Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Hi's. Welcome. Hello. Oh, it's been a day. But we're here. We're gonna be doing some gaming stuff, and we're doing things. I don't know, man. We're doing things. We're gonna be doing some creative building today. Just kind of vibing, hanging out, chill Friday stream vibes, and seeing where it goes. Mr. Flamel, thank you for the 18 months, my dude. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well today. Witch's Craft. Yeah, I think I got that right. Welcome on in. Hi. Wild Wolf, what's going on? Little Faith, what's going on? Welcome on in. Country Bell, hi.
No one else is a better Minecraft YouTuber than fWhip. Red heart emoji.
Oh, that's so many red heart emojis.
Red heart emoji.
Daniel, thank you for the dono. We'll see how many times this reads it out, but it might be going for a minute. Jan, how we doing? Hello. Welcome on in.
Red heart emoji.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was worried I was going to say all of them. Ariana, welcome on in. Carrie, hello. Pooch, hello. Soph, hello. Pixel Pioneer, hello. BitCloud, what's going on? YouTube friends, do me a solid, click the like button if you can. I very much do appreciate it. How are you? It's been a day. I guess I can share it because I fixed it. There's a new bug on YouTube that really royally screwed things up. So it's super fun. Just as a little public service announcement for all of the YouTube members out there, I've had to disable access to world downloads and texture pack downloads and all of the things that you basically get outside of the YouTube platform for YouTube members, because YouTube decided to roll out a new feature that is a free trial membership for channels, and it's supposed to come with a feature to turn it off, because it allows people to get up to your tier 2 membership on your channel for free for a month, for 30 days, full access to all the perks and everything of that. AKA they'd get access to the Discord to download all the worlds and everything like that. And yeah, and I'm supposed to have a little toggle to be able to turn it off, and for some reason there's a bug on my YouTube channel where that toggle does not exist. I don't have the ability to turn it off right now. So I've already had a few people, no, I don't get paid anything for it. It's just a free month. YouTube is not footing the bill for those memberships or anything like that. People just get a membership for a month. So for now, for the foreseeable future, unfortunately, YouTube members will not get access to any downloads. Basically until the bug gets fixed, and then I need to wait for 30 days for all of the free members that should not be members to no longer become members, and then we can re-enable world downloads. So yeah, there's already a few people that unfortunately have jumped in, grabbed all the downloads, and then instantly canceled their membership. So it's been a fun day. Anyways, this is a public service announcement to any YouTuber out there. Go look and see if that feature is enabled on your channel, because it was enabled on mine. And I can't even find an announcement that this feature was becoming a thing. I didn't even know it was a real thing. Like, I literally can't find anything on this feature even existing. And then it's just live on my channel today. The only reason I know is because Harry was super kind. Harry the Wizard jumped into the Discord saying, hey, I realized this is a thing, just so you know, here it is. And then that sent a spiral. I talked to YouTube support this morning. Partner support, per the norm, was incredibly unhelpful. So they created a ticket for me and basically said, we'll get back to you in 48 hours. And we'll see where that goes. So super fun. Yeah, so for now, if you see that little free membership button, just know it doesn't come with any of the perks. So yeah, if you want the perks and you want the downloads, there's Patreon, there's Twitch, there's all those other forms of doing it to be able to get the downloads and everything like that. But yeah, so thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Thank you for being flexible with it, and we'll get it fixed as soon as we can. I just loaded into the world because I've been dealing with all this stuff this morning, so I'm kind of frantically getting to stream. So I think we're good. I know. YouTube literally just fixed the biggest bug I was having with revenue, where we weren't getting any viewers in live streams. And then they roll out a new bug that just makes major revenue problems. Oh, it's amazing. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say on that. So in case anybody does see it, at least there's a thing that they can see for it. For me, it even shows up free to tier 3. Good to know. Yeah, so just for anybody who does become a member, none of those perks are available for now. And yeah, that's the way it goes. Anyways, I kind of want to just jump in and goof around here for a little bit today and see what we can come up with. Part of me is kind of considering bringing this building fully across the street. I was kind of thinking about like merging that in and then like having this just be a bigger guy, but I think we'll keep it separate for now. I also like the idea of just like a random one out here in the front. I feel like that feels very medieval fantasy city of, there's a space for a building here above the road, so we're going to put it in. Time for some mountain building? No, probably no mountain today. We might decorate a little bit up there. But I would love to start fleshing out some of these houses. We did this guy, and it is lovely. It still is going to need the interior for, it's supposed to be like a little storage room of sorts or something. I don't really know. All my annotations disappeared. Hello? There's supposed to be annotations here. Where'd all my annotations go? There's my boats are gone. Is there a way to reload Axiom annotations? They were here literally when I made the thumbnail for the stream today, so I'm gonna try restarting real quick. 1 second. My game's been kind of laggy this morning. Let me just do a full restart. YouTube friends, do me a solid and click a like button if you can. I very much do appreciate it. How useful do you think the cushion will be for building since they're entities and will cause lag? So far, the lag on them has been tested out pretty heavily, and people have been able to put like 10,000 something cushions before there's major performance losses. So I think they're going to be pretty big. I would say the lag is less of a problem, and it's more that you're going to need mods to get extended entity render distance.
How you doing today, fWhip? I have decided to tackle my soda addiction and stop drinking, or cut down on it by a lot.
Sorry, Big Lizard. I cut you off there when you were saying cut down by a lot. Good on you though. If you want something, I'm definitely somebody who loves soda, and I've transitioned to sparkling waters just because they're a lot healthier. Those seem to be a lot better for me, at least, and it kind of gets that same kick. So good luck on that though. Good luck. Thank you for the dono. Ninja, thank you so much for the gift membership. Tommen, thank you for the tier 2. Appreciate you. My tree is so big now. I haven't caught a stream in a bit. So glad I was able to catch a stream today. Abigail, welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Which game launcher are you using? I just use the vanilla launcher. Offensive. Sorry, soda. Yeah. So these were the annotations I was talking about. My boats were gone. I need to redo that one. Well, we need to actually start building these boats, but I don't want to do that today. Let's first up tackle this market space in here. I think we can make something cool out of this. We just need to fill it in with some market stalls instead of what we have here, which is a fishmonger, more fish, trinkets, not fish, container stall, yeah, and a food stall, maybe like a bread. So we can put a little oven or something in there. Let's start with our little fishmonger here. What do we want to do? Let's grab some fences to be able to extend this up. Kind of thinking we make this guy, we could do some oak. Let's get some
thank you, bro.
Hanging
Orange
signs.
And apple juice helps also.
Let's get oak trapdoor. We'll need a plank. We're just gonna shape it out first, and then we'll figure out what do we want to use for fish hanging. I don't really love to use item frames. What do I use for fish? I've used prismarine walls in the past. We've used resin walls, or red sandstone wall might be better. A little bit less vibrant. And maybe like a cinnabar wall could be good. And then we get some chains. That could work for now. We got all the space back in here. Okay. Let's see. Bring this guy up. I can't place any blocks. He's going to be a little off-centered too, just so we can fit with the spacing. And I want to raise it up a decent amount so that we got the room to work with for it. And then I was thinking here as a way to like connect them, we just do a hanging sign. And then, because these don't connect to our fences, we can use this as like fish. This looks fishy. Yeah, look at our fish. Now I kind of want to lower them down a bit. Because we can't have them next to each other, unfortunately. So we got to do that. And then we're going to bring you to there. And you are going to come to there. And then we'll put... I guess I could bring this guy over to here so he's like hanging off that sign. And then we'll just do another one of those. And this is going to be just big ol' slabs of fish. Just fresh caught fish. That's a fish for sure. Now we need a bit of a container where they might be selling some other ones. What we could make it look like is just having some prismarine that can look like it's fish. It's fish-ish, you know? So that just looks here like there's just a big old tub of it that I don't like showing. So we'll change this out to a little beehive maybe. Kind of works. Redstone dust on the ground. Ooh, what we could do instead of redstone dust on the ground is we can make a little filleting station over here because you need a place to clean fish. So they've got their cleaning knife right there, and then that could be a piece of redstone dust here and maybe there. And then what would look like a fish... I guess we could just do a button. Like it's just like a fish scale or something. Maybe warped would look closest to... No, because that makes that straight. Never mind. What could we do that wouldn't connect to a redstone signal?
Keep it real.
Hi fWhip, I am currently building a small farmhouse. Any tips on what needs to be included? Also like the stream guys less than 3.
For a small farmhouse... I would say if you want a video to go watch, Ninjan, definitely check out the one where we built out here. But small farmhouse vibes, I always like to have big old chimney of smoke coming out just because cool, fun vibes. Definitely have some storage. Give them maybe a little grain silo of sorts to store their grains. You can have a little pigsty. You could have a place for the horses to be able to live in. Just stuff like that, I think, is what can really bring it to life. And of course, farmland. Iron plate for the cutting board. The problem with that was that it would connect into the redstone dust again, which we don't want. So I don't know if they'd really have that many like guts around here, you know? Right, we are in Minecraft though, so we probably need at least a barrel or two, seeing as, you know, this is Minecraft and barrels do represent fishermen, so we probably want that. And then for the top of this guy, you could maybe... I think we just throw campfires in. Ooh, that's kind of sick. I like that. And still got a lot of air behind us. You can very much see the city. I think that's kind of fun. That looks a little fishy. Is it fishy enough? Maybe we have like more chains up here that look like they're like ready if they have extra stock. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Maybe this gets changed to that. Just put frogs in the swamp bamboo raft. Yeah. If you click on the redstone dust, it shouldn't connect to anything. You mean by doing that? Yeah, but if you put anything close, it does connect. That's only like if it's alone. But it'll still update its block state if something gets next to it. Last feature. Just a little way to guard it so it's not just, you know, open to the open to everybody. I think it's probably a good call. Okay, first stall done. That looks good. Live stream after a post day? Yeah, we're giving it a shot today. Why not? If the bug's fixed, that means it's a little bit better now. More fish we'll come back to because I want to fill the rest of these in and see how it's gonna sit. Container stall, so that's just like shelves of things. Food stall for bread. Let's work on this. Let's work on a little... Let's make a little oven in here to be able to cook some bread. And for that, I'm thinking... I kind of want to go with like... I was going to use brick, but we're already using brick a lot here. So we don't really have that option. So maybe we just send it with Cinnabar and have it be like bright red. I don't know if that's going to be like too much though, you know? What can we make for like a whole oven?
Pleased to meet you.
Did someone say fish?
Hey, Wombat, how we doing? Thank you for the 15 months, my dude. Hope you're doing well. No, I want it to be facing this way. I don't like it facing that way. That doesn't feel right. I think you know something about fish, don't you? This feels really big, but I don't know how to make it any smaller. That feels a little too big. Let's just use a smoker as if they're like cooking bread. We just don't have the space in here for something big like this. So maybe it's a cart that rolls in and they're just cooking their loaves from the cart. We don't necessarily need to have a cover over this place. So maybe he has like a little umbrella that he pops up, a little thing for him to stand in the shade. But his oven over here is just, I don't know. Let's get some... Spruce, fence gate, oaky trapdoor, because I can't stop. And then here, maybe he's got like a little storage thing with a chiseled bookshelf. That could be just some spices and stuff. You know, you got your condiments you can put on your bread after you get it, or when they're baking it, they got a little lavender to throw in. I think that could be solid. Mangrove shelves. I guess we could use those. Those actually do work pretty well together. Does that kind of connect it? Ooh, wait, I kind of like that. That's a little funky. So either we do that or we do something. No, let's do the mangrove shelf. This is a little funky. Why not? Let's try it. And then for his little cover, it's just going to be basically a lean-to. That's going to be just sitting out here. So he's just like working under here. He's got his stuff. Maybe we give him a little... You can have a barrel right there. We need to get some lighting around here. That's something I haven't touched at all yet. You know me, I love my candles. I feel like I spend so much time in my inventory when I'm building a creative. Let's go with this and just have some candles lit right there. That should get this whole corner because that's 4 candles. And we can clean up the top of this just slightly. Yeah. That's honestly not that bad looking. I kind of like this. That look better? That'll look better raised up. In total, what would you say? How much time did you spend designing builds in your world? I probably spend like almost 1-to-1 YouTube or hardcore to creative at this point. University interior when? We gotta get to it, true. Wait. 6.0 earthquake at 4 a.m. this morning. I'm awake now. Ooh, Kiwi. I'm sorry about that, my dude. That's rough. Right. That one's done. We can move on to our container stall, which is just going to be composters and barrels and stuff stacked up. But I think the way we can make this one more fun is if we actually build like a real tent for it. So I'm thinking we take... Why am I kind of like hooked on Cinnabar right now? No, we're going to take some polished deep slate. And then we're going to take some dark oak and see if we can't make like a cool fence design out of this. Doing something like that maybe, and then it's also got like a post here, a post here, one here, and one back over here. I just really like my red blocks, so we're gonna go with mangrove for the roof. So let's pull out planks, stairs, slabs, trapdoors, hanging signs, and shelves. Okay, so if we go to this, and then our like peak is going to be all the way up here. That's like our highest point. Make it look like it's piercing through the top on that one. And then we can just start making some like El Natural lines that get ourselves over to here. This, we can have like a hanging sign from it. If I can place the hanging sign. And then it'll like dip down again. But then that needs to come up to here. So maybe that like is bam. Trying to make it look very just cloth-like. Designing cloth in Minecraft is a lot harder than it really should be. That can work, and then that's gonna come down here, where it's probably just gonna be like... This doesn't necessarily have to be containers. It could just be like random goods. So this could be like a general grocery store instead of specifically like containers. But they can like look like they're on shelves. But it can give us freedom to put things like flower pots and whatever in here. So I think we do that. I haven't used any shelves here, so maybe we do a little shelf there. But then that just like awkwardly hangs. Maybe that just becomes a stair, and then it's like a trapdoor right there. I really like using hanging signs as a way to get some diagonal lines to it. New wool block would go fire here. Yeah, a little red slab could be pretty solid. We'll be using those when they come out, but I'll be honest, I don't think the new wool blocks are that great. There's a lot of people that are like, oh my god, we have wool slabs and stairs, this is the best thing ever. And I'm like, I mean, it'd be kind of nice, but it's not that great. Like, it's just a wool slab. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a game changer. It's just a lot more vibrant, and I don't tend to build things that are super vibrant. So I feel like that's why for me, I'm like, I don't really care too much for this. I can definitely see where some people are gonna absolutely love them, but for me, I'm like, nah. I'll use them a bit, but I'm not gonna like fill every build ever with them. How's that looking for a tent? I feel like this could definitely turn into a stair here. That would help. I do wish that could be a slab. This is where the cushion would go hard. A red cushion right here with this still sticking up through it. That would be insane. Instead of a slab, just have the red and then a cushion and then the fence sticking in it. Oh, that'd be so good. But we can't do it.
Keep it real.
I might have become addicted to grain silos, thanks.
Happy to help fuel the addiction of grain silos. You're welcome. Okay, inside too, we can smooth it out just ever so slightly, so it looks a little bit more natural, but that's probably fine. What do we got? Barrel, beehive, composter, trapdoor. I kind of want to put some live coral in here. Mangrove root, water. Yeah, I think if we just break that right there, waterlog that guy, dead coral on, or live coral on top of it, this could actually be really cool. Yeah, I love that pop of color. That's so good. Pressure plates on top of trapdoors to cover the weird hole. Yeah, but then if anybody walks on them, they would break. So if a mob were to ever get up there, it'd just break it. That's the problem with them. A watermelon? Yeah, we can throw a melon in. Why not? We'll do a melon. I feel like a melon's got to be up. I wouldn't want to buy a melon sitting on the ground. That looks good. And then we can get some candles down here. What color candle? Would be kind of fun for just like a cool little pop. It would contrast the red if we just did a blue candle. And just give that right in there. That's kind of sick. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking we do just 3 though. I don't think we need 4. Yeah, a little bit more moody. A slightly seasoned melon. I prefer my melons unseasoned. Actually, what does go kind of hard though, it sounds weird, but there's a place here in Seattle that I went to dinner a few times, and they do one of their appetizers is literally just watermelon wedges with pop rocks on them, like the candy pop rocks, and it's actually just so good. So if you ever wanted to do some seasoning on a watermelon, throw some pop rocks on it. I feel like I never use Minecraft chests to detail. Like I tend to go for full blocks or something else like it, and that might actually work out really well there. I'm thinking back here though, we get rid of these guys and we just grab some stairs, make a little opening. It looks like there's a shelf in here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I think that's good. That's the little market stall over there. Barbecued watermelon. Yeah, that does work pretty well. New wood type is going to be insane. Yeah, the new wood type's insane. I'm very excited about that one. Yeah, for the people who keep spam friend requesting me on Minecraft, I just decline all of you. I'm not adding anybody on there. Okay, these guys were very limited on our space here. So I'm thinking that we can make it seem like the market maybe just did a little extension for them so they can have a little bit more room out here. So we do something like that. And then we could just change every other. Ooh, but then that's, yeah, we'll just do this. That's okay. So they just get a little bit like an extra block of room where they can attach things to. This guy is selling trinkets. What are we going to do for trinkets? I feel like trinkets need a fun roof color. So I'm thinking we go with our smooth red sandstone. And honestly, does it look terrible with purple? Is that a decent color combo? I feel like almost birch would be better. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see how this. We're just gonna see how it vibes. See how it feels coming together. Is there enough space to be able to walk down the street? Yeah, okay, there still is here. That's great. This guy, I'm going to change this to a double trapdoor just so we get a little bit more headroom walking in, because I did kind of bonk my head there a touch. And then this is just going to be, we're going to fill it all with our smooth red sandstone and do like a little diagonal thing going across here. And after this is in, then we can break it up just ever so slightly with some variation to it. Maybe that, and then those two stay down. And then that will, this can come up in here. And then what would it look like if that went down? Actually, what if we did that? Okay, okay. This is, ooh, we could use acacia trapdoors. Is that close enough in a color? Well, we could just change it all to acacia. That could work. What if we did acacia and sulfur? I don't know why I'm trying to make sulfur happen, but I'm trying to make sulfur happen. Because if we do this, and then I was literally just thinking we do like a little something like that. I don't know. Does that look weird? That looks kind of weird. I really wish I could put this jungle sign diagonally right here, but that might not work. What could work though? Hold please. Let's try this. Do that, brown candle, and then we just do this. We got a little diagonal there. It kind of, it's very not connected, but I think it could. Oh, that's, I think it can kind of come together. That's bad. What do you mean that's just straight up? That's bad. Do not do that. What if we did stripes going this way? That I don't mind as much. I think I'm gonna leave that for now, but I am colorblind, so it could be terrible. I kind of like those diagonal hanging bits. So we're going to do that with these guys going all the way across.
Pleased to meet you.
19 months. Much love.
Ooh, bamboo trapdoor, true. Frazia, thank you so much for the 19 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. YouTube friends, click the like button if you haven't already. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate y'all. It's kind of weird, but I also don't hate it. What trinkets do we sell? I feel like a brewing stand could be a trinket. A bell is trinket-like. A lightning rod. We'll have a few flower pots with things in them. We need to definitely get some. We can have like. That can be here. I really wish I had space to do like a double layer on a shelf, but I do not. But I could put that up there. Heavy core? You're right. I so have a heavy core in this world. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll definitely consider that and just move on and do nothing about that. Thank you. I really appreciate that one. And we got a little lectern over here that they're using for things. Ooh, a copper golem. We got those. We can do a little copper golem. Maybe he's like a little weathered. Maybe he's just sitting.
Pleased
he's
to
just
meet you.
sitting.
Hi, friend.
We can do a wither skeleton skull. Hey, Thomas, thank you for the 59 months, my dude. How we doing? Welcome on in. Hope we're doing well today. Happy Friday. Yeah, wither skeleton skull, that can work. I got a handful of those lying around. Dried ghast. I thought I'd be able to hang something from there, but dude, this is where I wish we had that feature that you have in Vintage Story to place things on an angle, because man, that would look so cool if he was facing this way. Gosh, if you could take non-full Minecraft block things and put them on an angle, that would just be game breaking, probably in many ways more than I realize, but you know, it would be really cool. Yeah, I like that. So you have the little place where they can come in here. This is where I'd put a cushion if I had one. Wow, that's really close to my face. I want to try and avoid entities just because scary. Scary, Harry Larry. Maybe this is something. I say I want to avoid entities as I'm going, what signs can I put in here to detail things? This feels nice. I like this. I feel like walking through here is kind of fun. This little corner here, we don't have a whole lot of space for much of anything. So... is it mob proof? It is. Okay, so we're already good there. Don't forget to wax them. Everything I placed is already waxed. I always grab waxed when I'm grabbing copper. Plant the flower. Oh, flower pots. Duh. Let's go with the big pot over there. It can just have a cherry leaf. I feel like a pop of pink is kind of fun. Our flower pot, we can just they can just have like a whole bunch of... Ooh, that's what we could do out here though, is this is just like a little decorative. We have these all over the city, so we might as well just... they got a little decorative flower here. Nice, that finished off that corner. And to these flowers that I've been ignoring, allium, cornflower, boop, boom, that one. Torch flower. This one, allium, because I can't be stopped. What if we move that to there? So it still has this like viewpoint where somebody could just be sitting here munching on a fresh baguette, just looking out over the city, watching the boats go by. Dude, that'd be a great day. Yeah, it does kind of block the view. Maybe we don't do these. We just have that there as like a little something. Maybe that needs to come in. No, I don't like that. Maybe that, so it's more usable. Does that look wonk? Nah, I think it's okay. Cool. There's number 3. No, that's number 4. We've already done... that's 4. Now we just need more fish. More fish. What about a bench or something? Benches on diagonal are kind of hard, so... that's where we're going to be struggle busting if we do that. Oh, we got to get rid of these. I'm going to clone this guy and make it just look consistent. I don't mind that. I do love being able to get a straight diagonal line, though. I do love that. That is pretty nice. For more fish, do we want to just take this same thing here and just make a shorter version of it? Like, are they competitors, or are they like working together in the fish market, you know? Like, do they got the fish market cornered here, or are they like fighting each other for the fish market? I think I'm gonna change it to spruce though. I think this guy could be spruce. Definitely some competition. Okay. Competition it is. What can we do for competition? This guy, competition-wise, he's going to try and really stand out here. Actually, no, he's not. He's just going to have sandstone. Not gonna lie, I actually love using sandstone for market roofs and like canvases and things. I feel like smooth sandstone is such a good block. Doesn't get used all that much. That's not bad for a little market thing. Let's go. No, we want to go with Chillager. Fish. Make it glow and make it... What color do we want it? I'm kind of thinking cyan. Fish. Yeah. See, competition from New Papyrus? That's too far for like a day-to-day market goer to make it all the way out here. Especially with like a fresh produce something. So for this guy, we definitely need more barrels. We need to figure out how to get... maybe instead of having big fish hanging, he's just got a few like tubs. Except I hate that. Well, we can use raw copper and raw iron. This could be a salmon, and that could be like a cod. If you don't think about it for too long, it works. Just trust me. Go. So we have like a barrel of salmon there, and we have a barrel of very inferior cod right over here. If I put an acacia button on top, does that blend enough? Yeah, it kind of works. You could sort of work your way down from where they take the fish out of the water and put them into the spot you make it right now. Oh, like a little like lift thing back here. Is that what you mean? I like the idea of like a little ladder, but I don't know if I want to have like a full lift. But this right here could be a spot for a ladder. That's kind of a cool idea though. Let's go just more ways to move around the city. And just go up here in the back of this little market stall. And I can just be here. And then we got maybe like an empty spot where they'd throw fish in when they have it. That's already sold for the day. Can't squeeze through that, but I don't care. It's fine. We do that as a way to kind of add some bracing, explain why it's so flat. I think this might work a little bit better if we do both ends with those. And it also saves me 4 shelves, so it's so much cheaper. Now you can actually walk between it. The ladder would make it pretty easy to steal from the shop. Shelves are on ice like it's empty bin. Like a packed ice little shelf. What if we make it like a whole counter? Problem with a whole counter is that this is a diagonal and you couldn't cover every corner. I would love for a whole counter if I could, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if it's doable in this amount of space that we have is the problem. I guess I could just change these to some more barrels like that. This guy can just get moved back to there. Break that. And we have our ice. Shelf. Shelf. Trapdoor. And then it can just be like a single fish sitting on top of the ice. I think that works. How'd you get the big sign writer for the latest version? Check their GitHub. It's a thing. Honestly, I'm kind of loving this. I feel like we did a pretty good job on making a market stall that I feel like it's got enough unique stuff to it that it feels fairly alive. Okay. Yeah, I think we just rock that. Spawn proof. I just gotta make sure everywhere in the market is spawn proof, because then we can be like really done. It's not. I don't believe that spawn proofs things. You can just do that. Everybody up there spawn proof. Love it. Do that because it'll kind of mess it up too a little bit. I don't know if it does anything, but it's a thing. Feels cozy, and I can imagine being full of shoppers. Yeah, they'd be elbowing each other so much while they're trying to buy their fish and their bread. You best believe it. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but maybe not. It feels too much. Falling into the water. No. They just very safely fall down to the lower deck, hit their head, and then they roll into the water and die. It's much different. Yeah, I like that. That's fun. How about warships repurposed as cargo ships, just like Palace into Uni? Well, that's not a bad idea. Lightning rod telescope pointing at the harbor. I love that idea. I don't know if we have space to make that happen in here. Don't you have to do like a... Isn't it like that? Isn't that like the... I'm a little too tall, or I'm a little too short. Not OSHA certified. It's okay. OSHA doesn't exist here. How did you paint the boat things on the water where boats would be? It's a part of Axiom. Okay, quickly before we jump up to doing anything else, I have some like harbor details over here. Let's just grab a few things. That. Love lamp. Scaffolding barrel. That's kind of a cool design. I don't know if we'll have any of the covered sections, but we might as well have a little bit of something in here. Yeah, just gives it a little pizzazz. Really knows what's going on down here. Just the little underbelly storage of sorts. Stuff that just got left down there. Maybe it was like waiting for a boat to come in and just it's not ready yet, you know. We did spawn proof the whole front already, so that's sick. These, we already kind of have like a little entrancey thing going on in here. I so wish there was a way to get like a fence that just like lined right here. That'd be cool, but that doesn't exist. We could kind of. I really just want like the corner to have the smallest of trims to it. I think it just looks better. So maybe the fronts of these both are just pretty open. I can't do it on the main side because then we'd have to redo the top, but that's not the end of the world. Do you use any shaders? No, I don't typically. YouTube friends, click the like button. We almost got 2,000 people and we're at 430 likes right now. Do me a solid. Thank you. Does it just be like different bits of stuff in here? That one can be mostly that, and this can just honestly probably be like, this can be the most stereotypical Minecraft storage room you've ever seen. I'm just spamming barrel. Is it still spawn proof back here, I believe? Ooh, it's not up there. So we can take, did I get rid of pot? I did. Okay, so we had pot. Pot. Maybe they have some like upper shelving here with something on it.
Pleased to meet you.
No joke this time around. Hope you are having a good stream.
Heroic Pixels, I feel like I'm gonna get duped here in a second. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that for 1 minute. Thank you so much for 30 months. Appreciate you.
Keep it real.
Some low barges with stalls of sorts on them like a floating market. A larger extensive one further off like at the Sea Monument could be very cool.
That could be like a almost not, I guess kind of Lord of the Rings Lake Town, but like only the barges. What's that lake town in Avatar Last Airbender? I feel like that's kind of the vibe that you're talking about there. But that could be cool. Something like that could be fun. If we have space for little boats, we could even like hook one up right here, just a little barge. I want to get the big boats in before I add any little guys, but that's not a bad idea.
Pleased to meet you.
Let's see. A little barge as market. Leave that right there for you. Safe throw, thank you for the 37 months. Appreciate you. How do you do terraforming? I'm wondering. We do a lot of it on stream, so you can watch some old VODs if you'd like to. Just wondering if you have any tips for a bedrock player to build trees. Go look at a tree IRL. That's the big part. Look at how the branches on a tree IRL work and try and make that, and then add your leaves around the branches. Don't try and make something that is tree shaped. Try and make the branches of a tree and leaves around the branches of a tree, and then it'll become tree shaped. But if you start just going off of your imagination of what a tree looks like, if you think about it, when somebody's like drawing a tree, they're like, look at this. I made an oak tree, but no oak trees. No oak trees look like that IRL, really. They might, like, from a distance look like that IRL, but if you look at them up close, you would be able to see air gaps through it, be able to see all that. So try and actually design what a tree would look like, not what a drawing of a tree is, I guess. That's the big thing that people need to pivot towards. I'm gonna scare another in my vanilla hardcore Minecraft world. You got it. I believe. You can do it. OMG Avatar Sarah. Oh my god, did you see the new show got announced on Paramount? I'm so excited. And a movie comes out tomorrow. I'm so excited. I haven't seen it yet. We're still watching season 2 of the live action. It's actually pretty good. I'm so excited. I'm really on an Avatar kick right now. Does it help promote the stream if we just drop it and drop a like and leave, or does if you're leaving make YouTube think you're entertaining? I think it helps if people drop a like and leave, because a lot of people do that and then just head over to Twitch, and it doesn't seem to have a negative impact. I think fWhip is so excited. Yeah, and Mandolin, you're still in trouble. It's still broken, but we found a fix for it, and if that doesn't work, it's still your fault. I'm just kidding. Hope you're doing well. What house do we want to design first? I kind of want to go for this guy. Is your drink is working today? No, as I had a mini panic attack this morning, so I'm going wee. That's what's working today. What can we use? What can we use? It's a decent color palette. Oh, that's definitely an AI image. Not that, please. Pinterest, what are you doing? Just like refreshing. Every time I scroll, it's refreshing my page. Why? Ooh, this could kind of work. It's called the Grinning Goblin Inn. It's kind of cool. I feel like we could take some inspo off of this guy. I think we could get something off that. That's kind of cool. Like, I'm mostly thinking like that face with the arches here could be similar to what we do like right there. So I think we're gonna try that. We're gonna see what goes. That Tudor style might be kind of rough on an angle, but we shall see what we can do. Let's just work on our base. Let's work on the base of this house and see where it goes. I want it to mostly be living up above and like storage rooms below. So we can take some stone for our bottom. Just to start shaping. I'm thinking like bam, 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 bam. Let's do all stone brick from like this level all the way around. That'll do there. These end bits, I think for the 3 wide one, we're just gonna have a little slab. Over here, we're kind of stuck with doing stairs if we want an arch. Or our next best would be doing... This might be an extreme arch, but we could try just to see how it looks. Walls? Still kind of hooks up above. I think we just go with stairs. I just don't like that it's deeper in this arch, the skinnier one, than the taller, wider guy, but maybe that makes sense. Something like that. I think that's okay. Walls and glass. Yeah, I don't know if it worked out too well. Because nobody can tell me otherwise. Lodestone. Lodestone. Yeah. Okay. There's that. I know this will show, but if we hide it right there, it kind of hides most of it. We just hide that, and then this guy can just Yeah, that looks cool. That's like a base foundation to it. That's fun. Maybe the back shouldn't be the same. Yeah, we'll mess around with this in a minute. We haven't textured at all. I'm just shaping. Well, I guess we're doing like a base coat of paint. The staircase here is going to be a pain. I think for it, we probably want to just use some spruce. And I think it's just going to have to exist as something real wonk that's just going to bring you up right to here. And then the door will come into here. Which means floor level is at this point. So that does give us a decent amount of height for detailing underneath. So we could definitely get a ceiling in there. Yeah, we easy can make a ceiling happen here. For that, probably would make sense that there'd be some form of a support. And then it's likely from there. Something like this. Yeah, it's fine. This is the tavern. No, it's just gonna be a house on top, most likely. I don't know if I love the idea of it being spruce out here, but we'll just throw it in for now for a little placeholder. The staircase would absolutely suck to walk up, but it's gonna be okay. Candy bag is empty. Oh no, what are you gonna do? What if we brought... I feel like that can work on this backside. Just to bring that out a touch. Up here, it can work on the front side here if we just do like that top area. So it'll extend it out slightly. I'm really trying to make the color palette different than what we have on all of the walls and things. So I'm trying to not leverage tough too much here, but maybe just tough and stone brick. Tough brick, stone brick. Let's grab a little bit of stone. Do we want to do dead coral? Maybe dead tube coral could work. Stone brick, tough brick. And then maybe some gravel could be. I've been really loving texturing with gravel recently. So gravel, andesite. I've kind of been using gravel instead of andesite in a lot of my texturing lately, and I've been really enjoying it. But I think if we do this, those will get covered as we're going. I always have a hard time doing too wide archways. It's when they're on a diagonal. It's such a weird one. So what I really want to do is like this. But the problem is that it completely cuts any ability to do anything in the interior. So I think it has to stay open. But I think we just kind of do that. Now that we have the shadow in there too, it doesn't feel the same as the front of the back, even when it is stone brick. Because that is rule number one of why you don't play, or reason number one why you don't play on Fulbright, is that you can get shadows and your builds instantly look better. if we did dead coral. What does dead coral work well with? More coral. Dead coral works well with dead coral. That could work. I feel like this needs to come up, but that looks really weird. I guess we'll just do that for now. That's okay. We'll just leave it. One sec. I was gonna say strip dark oak for the top for like framing, but I think that's because I'm seeing it right here. That might not be our best bet. Let's commit to that spruce that we were doing and see what we can get for a Tudorish effect going on. And see where that lands us. And then we can just figure it out from there. Oh, I'm being dumb. And then that would be here, here, here. And then that's this whole bottom bit is just going to be our spruce. And then slab, slab. I don't really mind having that just straight line of spruce going around the thing. It looks decent. Music's quite intense. Yeah, it's like that one song in the playlist. That's honestly a decent amount of interior space. That's much bigger than I thought it would be. Yeah, the Axiom feature to draw is just called the annotation tool. You just need to go to draw right there. Woo! For the roof, do I go back to my love of Cinnabar or do we stay to my other love of Deep Slate? Deep Slate tiles are sounding very, very delicious right now. I think we can do this. And then it would be bam, 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 boop, boop, boop. This one will be something that we have to fix in a minute. It's going to need to be its own thing. That's gonna need to be covered with, honestly, a shelf might look better. Makes it a little bit cleaner. Okay, I think we're starting to get it. Let me just work with this for a few. Boom, boom. And we can use Axiom to speed this up with Schmear. I love Schmear. Okay, there's that. This is where those walls are going to come in because I just think it looks kind of nice. I just think it's neat. Helps us get a little bit more of a unique shape going on. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of weird. I don't love the slabs currently, but I'm not too sure what I want to do with it instead. We could do another line of just walls that would then connect down into the slabs. That might, yeah, that helps to smooth it. Okay, we'll do that. This right here is going to be tough because it would need to be bam. We'll just do that. That's okay. Yeah, I think for this weird wonky roof shape, that actually worked out kind of well. Yeah, I don't hate it. Okay, if we don't hate it, that means we go forward. With windows. I would like to have a chimney poking out, and we can make this one. We'll probably just bring in some like mud. Probably like right here. I kind of hope one day we get like a polished mud. Like, you know how like this, but that, you know, like this, but that color, but this, but that color, but like that texture, but that color, you know? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? I feel like that'd be really cool. Now, I get your fWhip. That would be nice. Yeah, yeah. But then the mud isn't dirty. Yeah, but they polished the mud, so it'd be fine. You already put the wheat in it to make it brick, and then you just polish it so it's like super clean. It's totally not a weird issue at all. Speaking of weird issue at all, that's already sandstony, so I don't want to do that up here. What do we want to do for the texturing? What's some inspiration? We could just do oak. We could, Huh. I feel like going for white is gonna make it too. Honestly, let's go like light gray. So let's go light gray wool. We can go light gray concrete powder. Said those in reverse, but it's fine. Light gray concrete, and we can jump in here, and we can also grab ourselves. We didn't use any andesite below, so maybe that comes up in here for the house texturing. I should gather 20,000 leaves. Do you think that would be enough to simulate, be fair enough for a small forest similar to yours? Probably pretty close. Depends how many leaves you put per tree. I mean, that sounds like a great starting point. Hopefully enough, too. I guess this whole side over here doesn't have any of those supports on it. So we're probably going to want to... That'd be in the middle, and just for some variation, so it's not just 3 and 3. We'll do another one right there. For outside the door. Speaking of door, let's give them a fun door with mangrove. Boom, boom. Mangrove. So light gray concrete's going to be there. Andesite's going to be a little lighter. And then our concrete powder is going to be our lightest. Yes, I would love to use chain command blocks. That would be fun. Or test block. Mulberry should really make like a survival friendly only color picker. What mods am I using? The main one we're using right now is called Axiom. That's probably what you're asking about. The windows, we gotta probably use grates just for the diagonal so that it still looks window-like, and then we can add some shutters and stuff after we do a little bit of texturing into the stern. Well, into the stone, I mean into the painted wood that definitely is not stone. I want something that's like a stage darker than light gray terracotta. That's not stone. Hail moss, maybe? Yeah, pale moss kind of works. Yeah, we can do pale moss just for like the shadowiest shadows. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, the staircase that would absolutely suck to walk up, and definitely you do not want to fall down. The new one is next update. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know why I'm yawning. I don't feel tired. I feel like I yawn so much more than I feel like I should. Maybe that's a sign I need to just stop and breathe. Maybe I'm just yapping too much. Thing to try here for an almost Tudor effect. Would the smoker be too dark? You know, I kind of love that. Just getting the wooden lines going diagonally. I feel like that at that level at least is really nice. I kind of like it, dude. It's making me yawn. I'm sorry. The smoker is so great. What the flip? I know, dude. What the fWhip indeed. We need to texture our spruce, which we can use oak. We can use a little mangrove. So we do mangrove. That can be kind of our dark. Oak, I think technically, from a distance, is lighter than spruce. It's about the same, actually. But I think we're gonna count it as being a little bit lighter. Needs color. What if we change these trapdoors out for something? What if we just made them copper? It kind of goes with the grates a little too well. I don't like that. You could do mangrove to match the door. That's probably good to have that through line instead of it just standing off on its own. And then up here, an OG fWhip detail. Campfires over the top window. That detail trick right there is as old as Path. Did run the mangrove tree farm a good amount recently, so this actually wouldn't be too terrible to get everything. I feel like these sections here need to be cleaned up just somewhat. It's just I don't love it. But what we could do, just to give it a little bit of variation to the size, is these corners can be wrapped with signs. What are you designing right now? A house. Just a little simple guy. Okay, so it's either we do them on the corner or we flip it completely for where the signs are going. Oh, geez, hello. Yeah. And we do it on these little single guys. Right here, at least the front and the back, because unfortunately I can't do it like those unless we did a hanging sign on the diagonal, but then I would need to get something to hook the hanging sign to. Or we're looking at something like that, which is not my fave. So I think we just do like the single wide ones. It can just look like a little like banding or something. Similar to what we're doing down here. Where it's not super consistent. How's your harbor going? It's good. That house was done before. We got the little marketed now. We've got all the houses kind of like rough shaped out. We're going to tweak them as they go probably. But I like it. We still got to texture the roof. I should probably have finished the series, shouldn't I? I started reading the graphic novel. Oh, I don't know what book you're talking about. But enjoy. My friends on YouTube, click the like button if you can. It helps me out a bunch. It was a day wait for me on the Discord, so I just left for the getting perms in the Discord. It's been changed to be a lot faster recently, but unfortunately we do have a bit of a delay on it because or not because, well, actually because it helps stop a lot of scammers. So by having a little delay, it really cuts down on a lot of the bots that we were dealing with. Okay, I was gonna put candles across that, but that ain't gonna work, so that's fine. Never mind. I know it's very grayscale, but I kind of love it. I think that's something I've been coming to understand a lot of my Minecraft builds. They don't all need to be bright and vibrant and super colorful. Sometimes you can just have a build that's a little gray. Gray isn't bad. It's just gray and brown. Probably are going to need a lantern of some sorts in here. Yeah, that'd probably be hanging from a fence. So we can hook probably a fence up here, copper chain, lantern. Does that provide too much light? It kind of does. Never mind. Soul lantern. What would you look like? Does that spawn proof all of it still? It does. Minus right there. So that's just... That's a glow. That's one glur. Everything out there is spawn proof, so that's good. And that still keeps that darker ambient shadow that we want in there, which is kind of sick. Okay. You'd add wood in it. Yeah, I think back here we need something. But honestly, we could just literally add wood. I don't know if this is what you meant by adding wood, but I'm taking your suggestion literally. We're just going to have a pile of wood in the corner. So thank you for the wood suggestion. Because we're doing it. Pull something in there. Barrels. Trapdoors. Shelves. Wood pile actually works. Yeah. I hope that's what they were going for. Fish storage. I don't know if we need fish storage. So that I don't have to deal with it. Having a zombie spawn in there most likely. I want to put a little cart. A little cart got tucked back in here. By little cart, I mean my classic cart design that I use literally everywhere, and I probably need to find something new because I overused the heck out of this one, but it looks so good, so why do I even bother? You know that one? Yeah. I think I've been using this thing since 2017. Is there a specific reason your jungle trapdoors above the spruce trapdoors on the side of the shelf, or just I think it's nice to have a little change in color, but realistically it doesn't need to be anything. It can be what it is. I just want a change in color. So specific reason, not at all. Do that. Give them a little bit more of an extension so it looks more cart-like. For the flooring in here, I'm kind of thinking we start to go a little bit darker. I know it's like we have mud brick on that side and we have mud brick on this side, and then we have deep slate down there, but I don't care. Or we do what we have here where we bring in some like dripstone, and because if I were to go from here to mud, what is the suggestion? I mean, deep slate copper, I probably have a lot of that. I mean, we could try deep slate copper. We could try deep slate iron, might work a little bit better. Be a little acacia in the floor. I just want it to be darker. I just want the floor to be dark. You see the new mile world record after 27 years? Yeah, the dude looked like he was just coasting. No, his lungs are probably exploding. No, this can be here. This is what we can do. I got it. I got it, fam. I don't know why I called y'all fam, but let's go, fam. We just do this. That's like a little border, and then everything inside here. We have a little deep slate iron ore to show that it's kind of like bleeding over, you know? Like a little bit of the dirt from that side's coming in. Yeah, just something like that. I don't know. I like adding forced variation in roadways in cities. I think it's fun to change your road texture palette up a decent amount. I think it can actually look a lot better. I think this is probably not realistic, but does that mean we shouldn't do it? What if we had the teeny tiniest of chicken coops? I gotta double check that this will actually work to keep our chicken in. But theoretically, we spawn a chicken in here. You shouldn't be able to get out. Hello? Do you like the seed? You like the seed? Yeah, every sailor needs their emotional support chicken. So this is where we're going to have an emotional support chicken. I think we'll probably use a cold weather chicken or a warm weather chicken because it would look nicer. Or honestly, just different. But he's... I don't think he's getting out. Use some leaf litter. Let me throw a little leaf litter in here. Leaf litter is just annoying because you have to go constantly get more. But actually, right now, I'm pretty loaded on leaf litter. I won't lie. After the baby animal farm, I'm pretty loaded. Like Moana. True, sailors are canonically in Disney lore known to love having a chicken. Hang out with them as they sail the oceans. And who doesn't want to be more like Moana? Haven't caught a fWhip stream in like 2 months. Welcome on in. Sully. Hello, hello, hello. My favorite YouTuber and creator. Oh, thanks, dude. Do you know how many automatic farms you have if you had to guess in this world? Honestly, I'm kind of running out of farms to build, so like full auto, like I don't have to touch them, probably not many, but like semi-auto, I think we've got most items covered. You leave Hey Hey alone? Oh wait, I ain't hating on Hey Hey. Love that chicken. Yeah, Sausage did have Carlos, still has Carlos probably. So I did take away the Mifflin Meats store because Das Gotlos did it and we renamed it. So this could be, we could just name this guy Carlos. Here you go, Carlos. Have some dry grass. No, I can't do that there. I can just do another one right there. 5,000 people on stream? I know, dude. And 629 likes. I'm just kidding. I'll stop. I won't stop. That's why I'm kidding. I wish, I know this is asking for too much, but being able to place leaf litter like at that space and that space, like diagonally, instead of having to force 3, it's like the stupidest, most minor change that realistically does not need to happen in the game, and they really should not spend time doing it. I'd rather development go towards other things, and I want it. It'd be kind of nice. It'd be pretty cool. What if you named him Chris instead? Nah. You want me to whitewash Sir Carlos? No, just kidding. Kidding. No. If we do name him, we'll name him Carlos. Yeah, no video next week. There was a video yesterday. There's gonna be one. It'll be early, first Thursday of August will be the next video, which I think is the 6th. I got a brand integration coming in the next one, so I gotta get that thing figured out a little bit farther ahead of time. How many houses do you think are needed for a small village? Realistically, IRL, a village is like 200 something houses. In Minecraft, 8 to 10. Like, I would say this is like a large village. This is like village encroaching town here, and that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Like, this is more town to me. This I call the hamlet, but I would say this is more like villagey ish. But that's 1 2 3 4 5 and then some things. But this whole region here, like if you think about it, this would be like town center, but the town occupies all the farmlands, like all the houses and things scattered around here. I would say like you'd still be part of the town. You're just on the outskirts, you know? So it really depends. Were you happy with the swamp? I was, yeah. There's a bit more that still needs to be done to it. I didn't finish all the texturing and the mudding of the biome that I was hoping to. We got a lot done out here, but I think there could have been... I started messing around with display entities just for funsies, and I just added this dude in here. I don't know why. I was just bored. I was like, yeah, it could be kind of fun. But yeah, I really like how this came together. I think this turned out really cool. I think when we come back eventually, I want to bring this, I think this foliage here that we have covering everywhere would make the environment so much more alive, and that'd be really cool. I also decided to bone meal the heck out of the underwater areas. And then I got to figure out if we're going to do anything with the witch hut. That's the border for it out there. Looks so good. That, yeah, I love it. A lot of people are saying, I realized I didn't mention it in the video, but we talked about it on the stream where we designed the first bits of it, for why I didn't include any trees. And the big thing that I wanted for that space was specifically no trees. That was like a core element of that space that I wanted to make as a challenge for myself of, can I design a biome where the tallest thing other than houses is at most 3 blocks tall, like 3 blocks above the ground level. So that was like a 3 tall sugarcane or a big cattail were the only things that tall. So yeah, that very specifically was no houses allowed anywhere. So I like how that turned out. So the smoker trick that we did up here, What if we also did that in here? Just bring some wood banding into this space. Oh, but then I did it over there. Does that look good though? Kind of looks good though. It's kind of looks pretty good though. What do we give them? Pink and orange, so they can have a little pink sign here. That could be the little sign for the house. The marksman, yeah. So yellow is that I still need to do the build. Orange, which we can actually update this one to being orange, is no, sorry. Orange means there's something I need to change. Lime means it's done and ready to go in the world. So this one's done and ready to go in the world. I'm actually gonna move it a few blocks forward. Boop 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 boop. Boop. Right there. So it's a little bit more centered above the house. It's like that guy, he's ready to go in the world. This guy, he's not ready to go in the world. That tower, we got to finish the rest of it. But yeah, so the eventual goal, if you want to know how to plan things in any large scale project, this is like the most crucial tip you can do. Any large scale Minecraft projects, you need to figure out a way to track your progress of what you're doing and break things down into smaller goals and smaller projects. If you're looking at the city here as a whole, that's like, oh my God, I have 250 houses to build. That's absurd. How the heck do I do that? Well, you break it down into a single house at a time, like the newest expansion that we're doing. And even at that, you're like, okay, have I done this in here? Have I done this in here? You need some way to know that at like a super quick glance as you're doing things. So the best way you can do that, in my opinion, is just literally throw a marker in the sky above it in your creative copy. This is like the most helpful thing. I've done it for years, and it's made planning large scale things so much easier. I don't need a book being like, okay, here's house 1 through 15 in the harbor. Which one was 1 again? No, it's just, if that thing is still above it, I still have work to do on that house. Or there's just like roughly something to do. And even before that, when you get into the base shapes, using a tool like Axiom, you can literally just lay things out like this with the annotation tool to draw those in there. Or if you don't have access to that, you can literally just use the concrete to outline things. You don't need to build up the whole frame like this, just a little rectangle on the ground, and then put your little marker arrow above it. And that's literally all you got to do. It's so easy. Highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. Where's the F3 on my phone? You just typed F3. That's what it is. Okay. Give us examples of how the creative copy works for survival and how that workflow works. I mean, this is the whole workflow of what we're doing here on stream. And then what I do from that is I just create a Lightmatica schematic of it. Yeah, spoilers. And then I bring it into the world. Yeah, you guys need another 322 likes before you can get that. Embrace the darkness. Click the like button. Embrace the clickbait. I'm just kidding. We'll move on. It's just actually a lighting glitch. I didn't get evil. Like the comment that said it's a marsh, not a swamp. Yeah, I know. That was Sparrow. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this guy right here, I'm kind of thinking we take the idea that is where it's raised up on the roof outline. So this is more warehouse vibe. We won't be able to build that side because I need to figure out this lime house first before that can be done. But that like deep slate base, we won't do the bone and sandstone because that's in here, but I like that deep slate. So we're gonna try that. I don't use deep slate enough anymore. I kind of stopped using deep slate because I was like, oh, I've overused it. Let's use everything tough now. And now I'm like, wait a minute, guys. Deep slate was cool. Deep slate is cool. So we do up to there. And then we use tough because I can't help it. And bam, bam. Something like that could be kind of good. You know. No mini HUD. We're gonna just take a line over here, and then everything up above the place can just be like merged in. No, whatever. I know technically it goes farther back, but I think this is gonna be fine. This is gonna be a pain in the butt to remove all that. But we'll figure. That's a future me problem. I don't need to do that right now. Just like future me has to figure out how to get all these materials. The expansion's on the mountain, so I don't see how you would do expansion first. For this versus the mountain. We'll most likely, I think when I'm doing this, like bring it into survival, I'm going to do the harbor actually before I do the mountain, but I'm going to basically draw a line right here to get all the buildings in. And honestly, I will probably take like here because I need to get this tower in too. And we did kind of start this portion when we did the update on this mountain. I brought it over like here-ish. So I'll probably take like a line back here all the way to like here, and then just bring that forward so that we do get the front top of this peak. So when I'm taking the thumbnail, because you know that's the important part, is I can just like zoom in like right here and it looks like the mountain behind is done. Honestly, that's kind of like a sick angle right there. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty cool shot. Oh, we never textured that. Oopsies. Let's do that real quick before we go to this next house, because otherwise I'm gonna get distracted again. How often you back up? I back up my world between every single video. Oh, dang it. So every single video that I record, I create a backup. And that is something that, so that comes into like every 2 weeks I'm making backups, roughly. And that's something I recommend for anybody who's Minecrafting. Just, especially if you're playing modded, just because you never know when something's going to go wrong. And I would hate to lose this world to a bug that makes the world file corrupted. I will never roll to a backup if I actually like die in the world. If it's due to a bug, then we'll talk and see like what the bug is and if it's worth it to reroll or whatever it might be. But yeah, that's like the big thing is I'll never reroll if I like legit die in the world. But yeah, I don't know. Are you still doing collabs with Solidarity? No, we hate Jimmy now. Can you believe what he did? No, I'm kidding. Love Jimmy. Nothing is planned right now, but I've been chatting with him a bunch recently. We've been chatting recently, both being like, we haven't recorded together in so long. Where are you? And so, and one of us is like, I'm so sorry. And then I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. We're going to try and find something to do soon, I hope. But I miss hanging with that crew. So we'll figure out some way to hang with them soon. What do we do? Ooh, actually, I think I do want to do that diorite. I feel like that diorite, and then we have not wall. I wanted to type pale, and then I typed wall. Nope. Do this. Well, actually, I can just do bam, 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 bam. And then I can just clone. Send that all the way up there. Ouch, poor Timmy. Yeah, can you all believe? No, I'm kidding. No, we love him. I am gonna raise that up. I feel like that needs the taller door. And then we're gonna get like a little boom boom. I think we need a little bit of balance over here, maybe with like window, like 2 unique windows. You play on servers like Hypixel? No. I don't play on any public Minecraft servers. I'll be honest, if I'm not making a video, I'm not playing Minecraft right now. I mean, there's obviously like if I'm working on planning something, like I'm doing that. But if I'm not doing something towards the production of a video, I'm not playing Minecraft right now. I want to move this all up one because I want to get myself another block of height. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. It's a lot more balanced now. What would you do if you got burnt out? Take a break. Come back. I am very, very aware of burnout. I was burned out so much last year. Honestly, about this time last year, I wanted nothing to do with this for a bit. I was incredibly burned out. Actually, no, it was after we finished the foliage university. That's when I really was feeling the burnout for a bit. So I did take a break. I really scaled back a lot on how many videos I'm producing. I took a break for a bit to try and really get my head on straight and make sure that whatever I'm doing and however I'm doing things, I was doing it in a healthy way. And it honestly helped so much. But I didn't fully stop making videos. I just kind of slowed down, which usually when you're burned out, full quitting actually doesn't really help get you back. It just makes you want to avoid it. What do we want to do for this? I don't know. Can't a strip jungle? Sulfur is always, I don't know why I'm reaching towards sulfur so much right now. I'm like really just like on top of wanting to use it. I think it's because it's new. I'm like, why not? Let's see what happens. Pink. I think pink would be better with like framing to it, where this is gonna be kind of just washed across. Let's try strip jungle. Maybe I just really want to use sulfur because so many of y'all are sulfur haters. Yeah. That's not bad. Color-wise. It's kind of nice. Wait a minute. Blackstone gonna be too much for the roof. We'll put this in right now just so I can have a block in the space. And then if we need to, we can... Ah, smear tool, my beloved. Love it so much. I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be hard to do, but I would love a little window in here just to break up how consistent that roof is. We can do something like this. Bring this in here. We can get some walls, maybe? We can get some spruce. We want spruce. Very different technical term. Instead of the wall, let's do fence. Or not or. I'm just gonna do that. See, like a little line of black cushion right along the bottom of that would go so hard. Dude, I have 7,500 viewers on YouTube right now. Wow. Hello. To think I almost didn't stream on YouTube today. I like that. I think that balances it well. Do you find that creative planning for building takes you out of survival Minecraft experience? Digging the new work on the harbor? Sam, actually, I feel like it enhances it for me, which is weird. I think a lot of people assume that by building in creative, you're like taken away from the process of survival. But for me, I actually find survival Minecraft a lot of times, if I'm just designing on the fly in survival, me as a content creator in my brain have this thing where I have to work efficiently and quickly. So for me, I don't think this is the case for everybody, but specifically when it comes to me, I find that if I am building everything in survival, I actually get stressed, dude. I get like stressed and anxious and I'm not having a good old time at all. And like, I get really to the point where I'm like, I just want it to be done. This is fine. And then I settle with a result that I'm not super excited about. And that part for me makes me really love the creative designing process. Okay, so I'm going to turn type replace off right now because they kind of did a weird thing recently where type replace on logs, like it's when you're on stripped logs, like gives you the stripped log. I don't want that right now. So we're gonna just do this. But so I like to do little minor details in survival, just on the fly, wing it, see what comes up. But when it comes to these larger builds and designing entire layouts, this is actually my preferred way to play Minecraft. I feel like if I'm doing anything other than this, I get to a point where I'm just like, I could be doing this so much more efficiently if I just did it this way and blah, 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 blah. And then I like spiral and then I just log off and I don't do it. So this I've actually found is my like key way of playing Minecraft. Do you have tips to keep having fun in the world instead of starting a new one? I've got a few videos on that, Dwerg, if you're looking for a video to watch. But I think the biggest thing that helps me stay attached to a world is trying to tell the story of the world. For me, that's world building. I love to create entire worlds. Like I'm building a connected fantasy world. So that, and I don't really care about doing the technical farms. I don't care about that. My goal as a Minecrafter is and has been for a long time to create environments that just feel alive to walk through. Like that's the whole purpose of what I do. All of the farms and everything I'm getting, the purpose of those things and all of that is purely just to be able to make and create things this way. And so for me, in that regard, I like all of the like normal stuff. People are like, oh, I did all this and I ran out of things to do. That's the point for me where like I do those and then the game becomes fun. So that's what I would say. Try and see what you can do with that and see where it might take you. I don't know. See if that's your preferred way of playing. It's definitely has become my preferred way of playing. It might not be for you, but that's how I keep having fun. It's just having fun things to do, or just continuing to tell the story. Like we took a little break. If you watched yesterday's video, I gave a lot more of my world building ideas behind our little swamp village that we made in yesterday's video. So if you want to maybe get some ideas on how things are going over there. So you can do that. Love your builds. Thank you, Gigi. You're debating if I continue to watch the stream and get the video kind of spoiled or only watch the video and get surprised. I mean, this stuff won't be featured in a video for a very, very long time. We got a lot of work to do before this comes in. This video is going to be one of those big ones where we're going to do that entire mountain peak, the whole mountain over there, and then we're going to do the whole harbor, all these things, and I'm debating about also doing the boats. So we'll see. I don't know, man. What are you doing? You complete the entire world? Dude, if I fill in 35 million by 35 million blocks, I think I can retire. Watch the spam, my friends. YouTube mods, if people keep spamming H in another minute, feel free to just time them out. Chat, y'all have been warned on the YouTube side. If you keep spamming H, you'll get timed out. Spruce, that's literally right in front of me. I don't need to type anything. Bro, we're raiding you? Yeah, you can raid and be respectful. I actually don't really. I'd rather have a community raid into my channel and be really respectful about it than a community raid in and spam things. That's actually not the people who I want in my community. So you're welcome to follow the rules in here and hang out if you'd like to, but just by you raiding the channel doesn't mean you can break the rules. So do what you would like to with that information. Just a little bit. What if we mixed in a little bit of the basalt? Or that? Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's like it's almost a highlight. Almost slightly lighter. Thank you, mods. What was the H for? I don't know. All I remember, my whole association with that is we got, quote, rated by somebody on YouTube a while ago that their entire stream was they would just live stream and find people to, quote, raid and just send their community over to spam things. So we just, I tend to, if we get a raid coming in or anything, that I'm just like, nah, we're good. But Garrett, if you did raid in here, I appreciate sending your people this way, but trying to make sure everybody's still respectful. Y'all are more than welcome to hang, just please don't spam. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. We love having people in here, but gotta make sure it stays something where people can actually still talk. I don't think I want a window there. I want like a sign hanging down maybe. So let's just throw a slab here. No, because that's... That's like too much. Honestly, it could just be here. And then there. And then we can just get hanging signs that'll just be like along the street. Or a little diagonal sign. I don't know, 5 letters, whatever it turns out to be. Maybe the upper floor of that warehouse could overhang the lower bit. I kind of like it being straight, though. I think for preserving the sight line, because that's a really... Like, if we bring it out a block, it'll block everything just because that guy overhangs a bit. And that'd be like if you're coming down the middle. If you're coming down this side, it already does kind of block, but I love that little blue that we get through it for the sky. Realistically, I'd say, yeah, we should definitely overhang it, but I think in this context, it actually works better without the overhang. Hey, if you're in my chat here, you can be nice to the people who are raiding in too. I think it's pretty solid for the raiders. What were you all up to today? I'm curious. Garrett, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Thanks for sending by over. I don't think I've heard of your channel before. Big sign writer mod. Yeah. They all got timed out for spamming. True. What spoiler? I don't know, man. We need 1,000 likes to get spoilers in the stream. I've arrived. Welcome on in, Blocky. All right, I feel like that's pretty good. Let's take some, honestly, kind of just thinking we go with a little bit of like darker bit on the leaves. I know it's kind of what's being used in the trees, but I think the context of it being on the ground might be better, and we can just mix some oak leaves in too. And then let's just grab some ferns. Drop a few of these guys in. Almost 8.7K now. Yeah. And the YouTube bug's fixed. YouTube fixes one bug, they bring out another bug. We love it. If y'all are enjoying the stream, and if you have not already, click the subscribe button. Helps me out a ton. Really do appreciate it. It's free to do. No, absolutely no pressure, but if you enjoy the stream, I appreciate the support. We do a lot of chill building, hardcore Minecraft stuff, just a lot of general Minecraft building. So if you're enjoying what you see here, stick around. It's kind of like these chill vibes. Bro didn't raid me. I'm sorry. Better luck next time, my guy. I don't know. What am I looking for? I want a little pop of color with some flowers. So classic path. We do my little allium because he looks so pretty. I'm not gonna do over there yet. Can you have a forever world in peaceful? I'm not good at fighting. Yeah. If I can have a forever world in hardcore, you can have a forever world in peaceful. Who's your favorite Stardew Valley Bachelor, Bachelorette? I feel like in my 2 playthroughs, one was Haley and one was Abigail. I think the first one was Abigail, but then I found out she ate rocks and I was like, you're weird. So don't eat rocks, y'all. Do we like that? That's a little too much at the top, isn't it? Hey, user, welcome in. Big fan of the new swamp builds you made. Thank you. They were really fun to make. I had a lot of fun designing those. I think that'll work up there. We just wanted some green. Goes with the mountain stream coming down right there, that pop of blue, then you just get a little green and a little pop of flower action going on. It's kind of nice. This right here, we need, I think for now, I'm just gonna do this so that whenever the interior gets done, they kind of have free reign for how they want to set up the door. We'll just do something like this. Yeah, it's fine. The wetland build. Yeah, it's not a swamp. It's a wetland. It's very different, actually. Actually, according to the internet, a swamp can only exist if it's a wetland area with trees in it. So because there's no trees there, it's actually a marsh. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how Sparrow wrote it, so. Just kidding. Are you still thinking of Change the World of Survival? No, I've never planned to. A lot of people have told me to, but no. The big reason for that is that if I were to change it to survival, why have I been playing in hardcore for 4.5 years? If I were to change it to, like, if I were to, I feel like that's a recipe for me to instantly burn out and not want to do anything ever on it. No, that's accurate, actually. You're like, no, that's exactly how I want it to sound. Sunk cost fallacy. I don't know if it's sunk cost fallacy. I would say it's more of a, like, because I don't consider it a sunk cost, but it'd be a kind of the realm of, I really pride myself on a lot of what I do is legit. I mean, all of what I do is legit, not a lot. I have never cheated in this world. I've never done anything like that. I've been very, very consistent on it, on making progress, making things happen, and playing in my way and building the world that I want to make. I haven't really ever considered cutting corners to get things done. I've never really, like, been a fan of any of that stuff. There's a lot of creators out there who do just things way absurdly fast just to get the end product of the video, whatever you might want to say with it. For me, I was listening to Ludwig posted all of the classes he did at Streamer University. It was really interesting to listen to, but he was talking about, like, the buckets that you should fall into, or that people fall into if they want to get into content creation. It's like there's 4 things. There's you want to get rich, there's you want to have a community, there's you want to do it for fun, and then there's you want to create art for the sake of art.
fWhip. I have bronchitis.
Oh, Megan, I'm sorry. Hopefully it goes by quick. And I feel like for me, I fall into that 4th bucket. You can fall into multiple of them, but I fall into that 4th bucket of I want to make art for the sake of art. And for that, I've gotten very lucky with my channel has grown and turned into this full-time career for me. But the reason why I got into this originally wasn't because I wanted to get rich. It wasn't because I wanted to make this big internet community. It wasn't because it was definitely the fun is involved in it too. But it wasn't any of those big, like, get rich, blah, 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 be famous, any of that. Like, that's just kind of the thing that has come along with it. It's actually not at all what I wanted it to do for it. But I feel like with that is, for me, it's been one of those things where now I'm really, really happy with where I am. And I really enjoy doing this for the sake of making the builds, making the Minecraft world, doing all the stuff. Like, that's why for me, I don't feel like I really fall into that burnout too often, is because it's one of those things that, like, I genuinely enjoy, like, waking up and working on builds, working on videos, all that stuff. Like, I love that process. And a lot of the fun of that process for me does come from playing hardcore in this world. And it's a really fun challenge. It's something that keeps me on my toes. And it also has that realm of eventually there will be a reset. And I also don't hate that idea. So if I were to change it to survival, I feel like instantly I'd be losing a lot of like the connection that I have to the world. So, and then, you know, while I'm talking about this, there's people in chat talking about how to make egg salad. So, you know, having a heartfelt moment over here, and enjoy your egg salad recipes. Just kidding. The video where he mocked the creators who do not do things legitimately was so funny. Really well done. I had so many people who got mad at me for making that one. That was a funny video. One of those where I was just like trying to call attention to it a bit. I don't tend to do a lot of things of like, no, look at me instead because I do it legit. Like, I don't care. People are, the internet is, there's always going to be people out there that are trying to cut corners no matter what side you're in. It's just the nature of the internet being what it is. That looks fine. But maybe we bring some dripstone and we bring some night gray terracotta in. Let's get a little bit more color variation in the middle. It'll also get darker in here as these get closed in. Almost 10K watching. I know, we're about to hit 10,000. When were the numbers this high before? Last summer, we actually hit some crazy trend for a while. And I was getting like 30, 40,000 viewers on YouTube for a good few, like a month and a half, anytime I went live. So these types of numbers aren't unheard of, but it's definitely when YouTube decides to grace me with the super juice. They just say, yeah, we'll funnel everybody to fWhip today. You know what? I ain't gonna complain. The only thing I will complain about is I wish we had another brown slab that worked well with these. Spruce is too dark. Like, look at this. It's so dark. Actually, it looks fine right there. That looks okay. Fort, you gotta work up to it, my dude. Hey, 10,000 viewers! Woo! If 1 in 10 people clicks the like button, we would get our spoiler. Woo! Exposed copper. Exposed copper, actually, I think is technically lighter. I think exposed copper is lighter than mud. Yeah. Yeah, exposed copper is lighter than packed mud. Oh, we're under 10,000 again. I'll be sad now. No, I'm kidding. Do we need a light source up here? We do. Okay, so we can just throw a little barrel because I can't be stopped. And we just throw a lantern on top of the barrel. No, not a llama, a lantern. Thank you. Very different. I will call for the llama when I need the llama, but for now I need the lantern. So I guess YouTube fixed their streaming bug since your numbers are back up? Exactly. Dude, it's like kind of hot today in my office. Like, it's enough to where my glasses just want to keep sliding down my face, and it's the most infuriating thing ever. It's one that, like, that is the core reason why I'm like, I just don't want to wear glasses anymore. It's like, well, just slide down my face. Is that to change every vanilla forest in your world and redo them in a custom way or not? I mean, eventually I want to redo all the biomes. I've kind of talked about it a bit before, but my goal eventually is everything from all of this to where the wall goes to, honestly, we'll probably like just kind of follow this river up. So kind of wall and up here all the way around, and then over towards where the desert is in New Papyrus. Like, my eventual goal is everything in here is custom. Obviously, that is a very, very long way down the road, and we've been in here for 4 years, and we haven't even done a quarter of it. So
it's been a long time since I last catched a stream.
Francisco, thank you for the 40 months. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I appreciate you. Hello, hello, hello. Light poles in this area would look cool with soul fire lanterns. Yeah, I kind of just like hiding them on the ground. I feel like light poles are like more modern. I tend to... What we used to do, actually, a lot in the upper city, we did have some light poles up here. It's gonna be a little laggy for a sec. I did a few of these, but they're only in like the really fancy areas where you literally just use beacons as lights. You can see a few of them around here. So we could look into doing something like that again, but I'm like, eh. You have any tips for a canal? I mean, canals would be man-made, so you want to try and make it as straight as possible and probably pretty wide so that it has enough space for 2 boats to go by each other. But like, and then big like flat walls on the edge. Dig it down, make it look like it was dredged out. What is the best block instead of spruce trapdoors? I don't even think spruce trapdoors are the best. They just are one of the easiest to use. Best block in Minecraft? Honestly, I would really say packed mud is one of my favorite blocks in Minecraft. Big surprised. Packed mud brick. I wonder why I love it so much. Can you give me a build style for my starter base? Yes. What do we want to cook up here? What's a good crossover? Fantastical creature in a futuristic setting. So like a fairy, but like their house is futuristic. There you go. Have fun. I think I want to deal with this guy next just because we're here, and then finishing him will let us finish this. So it's probably easiest to do that. But first, let's get deep slate tile probably. Just a little bit in here. Fairy diesel punk, exactly. Gothic heavy futuristic skyscrapers. Honestly, skyscrapers with like gothic spires on them could go pretty hard. Starter base but max difficulty. I mean, it sounds like a starter base nowadays. Would you rather get rid of all spruce trapdoors or never be able to use Elytra again? No, spruce trapdoors probably. Elytra is way too good. I really think that if the Elytra got patched out of Minecraft, I think a lot of people would quit Minecraft. And that's not even me being like, oh, the Elytra's overpowered. It's just the Elytra allows you to work at a pace that people aren't able to do by default, and that's really, really, really nice when a lot of people are really limited on how much time they have to play video games. If you think about it, between doing homework, working a job, going to school, whatever it might be, taking care of kids, taking care of animals, all those things, like, they take up time, and lives are really, really busy now. And there's not a whole lot of time to play video games. And so when you can play a video game slightly more efficiently, a lot of people can jump to, oh my God, that's so overpowered. But in reality, it just makes you, if you can just like move around quicker in a video game, you can do the things that you want to do more quickly. So in the limited time that you have to do the thing, then you can like do that. I know you said, like, somebody just said we still have roads for horses. But an Elytra can go like 50 blocks per second at max speed from anywhere you want. as you want whenever you're wearing it, as long as you have rockets. And a max speed of a horse is 14.242. I know that because I have a horse that's that fast. So like if you're thinking about the max speed of a horse is a third of the speed of an elytra. So when you get into that realm of things, then it's like, well, yeah, no duh. like that'd be awful to lose the elytra. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last one would be to here, but that comes like and then that. That's why I play creative. I don't have time to gather materials and build just before my kids need me. Yeah, kid needs me. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big thing. Like, I think over time, as Minecraft kind of ages, I think there's gonna be a lot more people that just start engaging with Minecraft solely through creative mode. Because there still is that creative itch. I mean, I've said it multiple times that if I were to no longer be a content creator, I would probably still play Minecraft, but I would only play creative Minecraft. And I will 100% stand by that. I think if I was not a content creator, I would only play in creative mode. I think I am gonna move this forward here. It's a little too far. Well, I guess if I grab slabs, which we can grab, I was gonna use brick on the base, but I think we'll probably use brick on the roof instead, but we'll start with like cinnabar for the... Yeah, I think in the near future, gaming is going to really be shifting towards games that are very accessible to play in short stints. I mean, it already kind of is going to that, but then you just get people who are like, yeah, we're going to go log on to this and play League of Legends and grind out games for 5 hours. And you get through like 20 something games. But like I also really think like as it goes, like there's gonna be a lot more of that time that's just being like, you know, this is fun, but dude, I got stuff to do, man. Like I can't be sitting here all day playing this. As much as I want to, life gets in the way. On that note, it got really quiet. What am I doing wrong? That goes there. Oh, because you're supposed to be there and there. Ah, that's what I did wrong. Yeah, okay. Did my music stop? What's going on? What's going on? Let me see. What's going on with this? No, it's just a very quiet song. What's your favorite style of eggs? Why are you guys still on eggs? Eggs isn't even here today, and you guys are talking about eggs. Solely because I'm confused on why the discussion's still going on, I am not answering. Oh, no, you're supposed to be a slap. I like the breaking sounds of cinnabar. It's nice. Yes, our Grinch-themed house is looking very, very nice. How do you get so good at diagonal buildings? I've tried and it's never worked out. I've built thousands of them by this point. Okay, maybe not thousands. Several hundreds of them. Do we need 29 likes? Will it happen today? Tune in. Right now? Tonight now? Maybe? Let's go dead coral. Let's go tough. Let's go... Pale moss. Yeah, we can throw some pale oak log in. Why not? Want to do some acacia log too? We'll get real funky with it. What can I say? I love my gray builds. I love me a gray build in Minecraft. I really make so many builds that are literally just gray. All right, because we're 7 likes away right now. Do you want a spoiler from the overworld, or do you want a spoiler from the nether? Huh?
Pleased to meet you.
Nether?
fWhip, love
Overworld.
and respect, my friend.
Jordan, thank you for the 29 months, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do one there. Do like bam, bam. Do like one up here. Overworld? Both. Nah, man. All right, there's 1,000 likes. We did it. We did it. Woo! Are you excited for cushions, wool slabs, stairs, or the new wood? Oh, dude, the new wood, 100%. Let's go harbor building. My game's been crashing when I've been phasing between dimensions, I think. Think we need a pole. Pole? Pole? Do you guys want a pole? Okay, we can pole. I closed out of the game. Spoiler. In overworld or nether? Nether. Overworld. Okay, you can vote in the poll. It's live on the YouTube side. Sorry, Twitch friends. What do you want to do with this? I'm really glad I saved that one. I accidentally closed out.
Keep it real.
Love your builds.
Hey, Finn, thanks so much for the donut, dude. Glad you enjoy them. What do we want to do for this? What do we want to do for this? Thinking. Brain is attempting, I think. I'm gonna just frame it for now. I'm gonna let the build. I'm gonna let it choose what it wants to be. That should really be spruce, so I'm gonna just change it to spruce. And on the inside, who cares? We don't care about interiors. That's for you to figure out. What? All right, I'll let the poll go for another minute, but it is 61% overworld, 38% nether, so. We're getting an overworld spoiler. Yeah, I'll let go for another one. 61% of the chat's wrong. Dude, there's only 235 votes out of 12,000 people. We love YouTube autoplay. Why is this like super thick? Hello? Why is this like oh, is that just like actually exists in the world? That's probably what it is. Green wool. Icky. What's up here? Nothing. I don't know. Whatever. Twitch poll just seems to be neck and neck. Dude, the Twitch poll is like 1-1. Oh, is that... Did one of the mods actually make one? Oh. Sorry, y'all. I think it's going to be Overworld. We're ending the poll. We're going Overworld spoiler. Overworld it is. So y'all get a spoiler here in the world of the city, because I've been working up here. And your spoiler will be when the leg... Oh, ew, you can see it already. Ew. My spoiler got spoiled before I was going to spoil the spoiler. Ugh. Chat picked wrong. Scam. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Chat picked what they picked. Anyways, here's your little spoiler of the day. Look at this. It's different down here. I've been working. I've been grinding. I've been designing. And we have the first installment of the path sewer system coming in. Ooh. Ah. This is all because I have all these farms down here. And a creeper blew up when I was trying to use it yesterday. Ooh. Ah. So we got the dry grass farm now has a new space for it. Well, not new space, but it has a shell around it.
fWhip.
The bush now has a shell around it. And then down here for the third section, we now have a little shell right around our firefly bush, and we have a shell for the whatchamacallit thingy right there, the wildflowers. And the other whatchamacallit thingy right there of the pink petals. What I'm actually gonna do though is I like a door right there. So it doesn't have waste. Nah, it's all nicely going through this overgrown water that definitely the sewers would not be getting clogged by any of that. And yes, the black concrete shall remain. This looks amazing. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. It's fun, and it's fully spawn proof, which is really cool. So the vibes in here are pretty sweet. Eventually, this will lead up to the underbelly, hello creepers, of the university. So that can connect up into the university there when we eventually get around to that. And then that will, I don't know if it's going to connect anywhere. It kind of just goes, hello Enderman, right this way. So it's kind of like right underneath these homes. And then it's gonna, I don't know. It could just like kind of, it would probably like loop that way. If we brought it here, we'd probably turn it and follow underneath the street over this way. So maybe just like follow the main road roughly. And then it could just like work its way down here. And eventually could work on, I mean, most of these things have their own interiors to access them. Probably be nice to cover this bamboo farm so you can't just fall into it, but whatever. Secret pathways. Secret tunnel. Dude, I love that the banjo guy's still in the live action avatar. So good. There's your little spoiler. Thank you for playing. Now what the heck do we do with this? Like acacia. Do we like that? The orange wall, but the red roof. Pink. We could try pink. be like this. Any of those. Oh, I need all of those. For whoever claims this interior, I'm putting this back wall in so that they don't go too crazy to expand it really far, because that's happened a few times. And every single time it happens, I'm like, oh no, what have I gotten myself into? Cherry is kind of a pain in the butt to get, but it'll be fine. There we go. We'll do that. Pale oak would be golden, but I'm a monochrome girly right now. I don't know how to feel about it. It's okay to be a monochrome girly. I'm with you. I get it. I think we need to make our strip cherry the darker color. And then this then becomes the highlight. Really don't love using all these copper grates. I feel like I'm overusing them here. So I'm going to spam them around everywhere naturally.
Keep it real.
You and Skiz should do a collab together.
Skiz is a great dude. I haven't chatted with him or Impulse for a while, but it would be fun to work with him on something. I think it's just hard to come up with a thing to do. And their group, like the Hermitcraft group, is so like in their bubble of circle of like people they commonly interact with that it's not the easiest thing to jump on into different events they got going on. Would be fun at some point though. Maybe one day. Every time I've chatted with Skiz, he's such a fun dude. I hung out with him and Impulse a good amount when they were in Seattle. It was fun to get to know him a little bit more. Scaffolding instead. Would the yellow on the scaffolding be too much though? I was trying to go with the warm color off of there, going with the warm color of that. I feel like the scaffolding might be a little... like the yellow of it might be a little too intense, yeah? I think I like the grape more than that. Yeah. What we could do... crazy one. Crazy. Absurd. Throw a glass block in for a window. Never before seen using an actual glass block for a window. It's loud. I don't know. We're gonna try it though. If I go behind this. It doesn't get the split the way I want it to. That's okay. What's next? Glass panes? No, those didn't work. We just tried them. It's probably a stream delay diff. Get wrecked. It's never been done before. Thanks, Kex. We really try and break the barrier here of getting the most unique things possible. We do what we must. I do think down here to get the warmth in that we have for the cherry up above, those need to be. And then they can also have a cherry door, because why not?
Pleased to meet you.
Are you planning on never going to work on the ocean monument again?
I don't know. Star Wars War Reports, think for the 13 months at tier 2. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that style that I did in the Ocean Monument is not something I'm super interested in doing anything with. But never say never, because it could pop up one day and I'll be like, oh my gosh, what if we did this? It could be insane. So you never know. I just put like, hey, why have I never done that on a ledge before? It just looks like a little collection of succulents. Wait, sea pickles are good? Since when? I'm just gonna do this back here so we get some light to help spawn proof for when I'm not doing the interior. This needs to have something in it. I don't like how it's just open. I mean, eventually it'd be cool with it being open, but for like right now, it's not that great being open. But that, no, that'll be fine. Whatever.
Pleased to meet you.
Whatever. What was that? Francis, thank you for the 11 months, my dude. So close to a year. I'm liking how this is coming together. This little, honestly, kind of surprised I didn't work from there going this way, but we decided, you know what, we'll start in the middle. Sometimes you just gotta vibe with where you're gonna go, and that's oh, we need to put a chimney on this one. We'll do some deep slate. And this one can have a campfire. Oh, and we need to texture the roof. Let's go with the chimney right here, because then it could work. I think it looks kind of neat. So we go regular cinnabar, then we go into granite, and then we can go into brick. It'd be great if we could throw some terracotta in, but we don't have slabs of those, so it's kind of just like a bleh. That might be a little too close to our pink that we have below, but that's honestly okay. Yeah, that works. The top needs to not be that though. We need to texture up the... Probably just grab some mangrove log, to be honest. I just like to make this top just a little touch darker. I don't typically do a whole lot when it comes to texturing these things, but I do think it can be worth it to just like do something like that. Was the swamp build a one-off build style? I did love it. We'll be back somewhere there eventually, but it was probably a one-off video for now. I really just want to go experiment with it. Sometimes I get those ideas in my brain when I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna spend some time figuring this one out. And that's what that swamp village was. I had so much fun making it and designing it, dude. I had a great time with that. So y'all did enjoy it. Make sure to go show some love on the video. Hasn't been performing as well as I was hoping it would, but it's been pretty good. Let's change this for now back here just to being that, so it has that better look to it. And we can figure out what it'll do later. Dude, this is fun. Is red netherrack too bark for this? Yeah, it's got that dog in it. Now, red netherbrick is actually surprisingly a dark block. It's very dark. Because this is, like, if you go to all of the cinnabars, kind of can work if you need a very deep shadow. You could maybe get away with a little bit right in there. But even that, I'm like, that's a little too strong. Really enjoyed the lore. Hopefully you do more of it. Yeah, I want to try and incorporate that for the next few videos where I'm designing like new places. Just give a little lore drop. So we'll see. It actually took quite a few hours to draw that. Not gonna lie, I think I spent probably 4 hours drawing that little doodle. They were cute though, so it was worth it, but like that still took 4 hours. I'm not a very quick doodler. Our style is really cute. Thank you. I've been trying to learn. I really love ink drawing, and it's never something I've dedicated a lot of time to. So I really want to start spending more time on it. Did you have fun? I did, yeah. Well, actually, I did most of the drawing when I was sick last Friday, so that was great. Sorry, my headphones keep being weird. Looking good. Yeah, I like this. I think we've done a pretty good job. Yellow cushion right there could go so hard, and then you have this just sitting on top of the yellow cushion. A little chair without a cushion. I'm not sad that they're not in the game yet. You're sad they're not in the game yet. Just joined. Why 14K people? Why not 14K people? People are just watching the vibes, dude. We're just vibes. Why is it on this tab of building blocks it lists all the things together, but then this tab it lists just the full blocks? Only full blocks. You have to scroll here to get to stone. Minecraft, why? I just need a little tweak. I'm not planning to do like crazy stone stuff up here, but I do feel like a little bit of where we have the stuff coming down, like the water coming, just like a little bit of stone, like it eroded and kind of forced it this way, that way as it hit a big rock. I think it could be kind of nice. Kind of good. Especially because I do want this little pathway coming up. This is going to be an interesting one because this is supposed to be like a sculptor. And we're going to like try and carve something. Like a rock carving in process here. I don't know what that is going to be, but it's going to be a thing. I spent 24 hours legging my world out with the new cushions. There we go. Let's workshop that video title. Get on the intro now. Yeah, dude. I like that a lot. Let's go from over here. That's pretty sick. That's gonna be so freaking cool when it's done. That's gonna be really fun to make. I am thinking that guy's a little too clean. We need to add a little bit of something to it. Thinking a little birch. Just to like dust it up a touch. It's just too clean. Something like that. Yeah, that helps. That's the thumbnail. Maybe. Maybe. We gotta do more up here. This needs to have more going on grass-wise and everything. I guess I can just go... Whoop. Wizzy's got me hooked on just spamming double tall ferns everywhere. And get our grass that comes out outside that. Get a few little patches of flowers up here maybe. It could be kind of nice. Get some bush because it's a little bit darker than our grass and it actually pops pretty well in a distance against green spam. Just adds a touch of noise to everything, which is nice. Just taking the time to fluff it up that much even. Oh, dude, it looks so good. What we could try... I don't typically do this all that well. But... would it look weird if we just had some, like, little tiny bits of spruce leaves coming up out of the ground as if it's, like, the interpretation of a tree is growing? Like, not all trees are going to be huge. Like, there's going to be some that are basically just a glorified bush when they're young. So we could have some that are just kind of our spruce leaves. Just, like, a few dotted around. Actually, I think that's kind of nice. You always do foliage by hand? I try to, yeah. I think it makes a difference. A few little patches of our dry grass because not everything gets watered evenly or catches rain evenly, so there'll be some spots that are a little bit more dried out. We'll get this area fixed up. Yeah. Why do you use that grass texture? What do you mean that grass texture? This is vanilla, isn't it? By not using vanilla texture? Time to feed the dogs. Oh, yeah, you can't be late to that. You get yelled at. At least in my household. Nah, actually, not really. Our dogs are free fed, but the second Coda's hungry and there's not food in the bowl, oh, he howling. He's screaming until there's food in that bowl. But I also think it's because he forgets to eat. He's one of those dogs that we didn't originally free fed him, and then he decided that he was a free fed dog for us because we would like feed him at normal times like morning and evening, and he just was like, yeah, I'm not hungry right now. And then eventually we're like, okay, whatever, we'll just leave it out for you, eat when you want to eat. And then he just would start eating at like 1 a.m. You're meant to see dirt as well on the guy's side, or it's just moss? Oh yeah, I have continuity turned on, so when there's a connected thing like that, it'll connect with the below area. So we still get some of the brown coming through for the dirt, but it does make it a little bit cleaner. That's true. Yeah, thankfully when we got our second pup, Nova, was super great about just being like, yeah, okay, I guess I'm free fed too. Because she never knew any different, so she just was like, yep, I guess I just eat when I'm hungry. But her on human snacks, dude, she's all in. Anytime we have food, she's like, I haven't eaten in 5 years, I need it. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. That looks good up there. We didn't actually need any flowers. The warped roots were enough to get like just the teeny tiniest a little pop. But it's pretty far away, so we do need like full on render distance. Or 30 FOV to get this. What we do, look at this. Look at this screenshot. Nope, not that. Here we go. We just get the here, and then you go up, and you're just like, I'm blocking the entire thing. No, I'd have to do it from this side. Sorry. We'd have to do here. Are you looking at what I'm looking at? Because you can see where my Minecraft character eyes are looking, and they're looking back there. So you look back there, right? We look there. Like, that's the important part of the thumbnail. We're not looking this way. We're looking that way, like right over there. Yeah, that little thing right back there. That's the point of interest of the thumbnail. Not here, not here. I mean, me, I'm obviously the point of interest of the thumbnail too. But like, you know, big thing, bam, right there. The town is quests. Yes, we must complete the quest. We must build the buildings. But it's looking pretty good. We did hit 15K viewers. You know what? Because somebody asked earlier and I said nothing about it, and then we hit 15K regardless, and y'all have been absolutely amazing today. Before we get out of here, here's another little spoiler. You want to jump to the Nether? Let's see if my game crashes. It's been doing that recently. Let me save this. For some reason, if I like play for a long time and then change dimensions, something crashes. I have NVIDIA installed. I think it's that. But here, I'll show y'all. I've been working. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Isn't this beautiful? No, not that. My fish. Ah. 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 My fish ship. I have a new fish ship. Yippee, you saw what I said. Yippee. The fish ships are so back, dude. I was having fun playing that a little while ago. So if you didn't know, the Nether is turning into a cyberpunk city. Just so we can have a difference in what I do in the world. Instead of all medieval fantasy, the Nether is now cyberpunk. Link's still with giant tree. This is all in the world, including this ship, which is kind of catfish shaped, like a bottom feeder fish. I've also got another salmon. I also have that. That was from a little bit. I decided I was going to use it. This guy's got teethers. He was kind of inspired off of like a barracuda. And barracuda didn't really come across too well. And then I added these teethers and I love him. So he's got teethers. Look at that big old tooth. He's got one big old tooth there in the middle. Anyways, I'm working on bringing all of the portals down from the nether roof to bring them all down into the overworld so that Bedrock players with the world download can actually get places. So this is going to be the one that you can land on here. And you can walk in and you can take that portal. It takes you to a stronghold. Or you can do it on this side. It's the same on both sides. Is this hangar going to be called Fish and Ships? Yeah, Fish and Ships is actually going to go right down here. So Fish and Ships is going to take like a good portion of this area. And then we got that thing going on. But yeah. Look at his little Deaver. I love him. He's so fun. I love how he turned out. He's so cool. It's kind of hard to get a good screenshot of him, but he turned out pretty fun. I'm a big fan. Good lore reason I thought the teeth were cool. The rule of cool won out here, I'll be honest. Big time rule of cool. But yeah, I really wanted the sulfur to work because I'm on a quest to make everybody love sulfur. And then the yellow and the green with the dimness of the nether worked really well together. Definitely kind of wish we had green wool slabs and stairs already, because that would have been really cool to do instead of the mossy cobblestone up top, to go even more green instead of this like white gray, this like grayish green. But yeah, so we might update him eventually when we get to the next one. Even as an interior space. I know, I'm so impressed that I was able to fit a whole nether portal in here. I had to slab everything because we can't have any mobs spawn up here because we are inside the perimeter. So literally everything on this entire build is spawn proofed. There's a block or spawn proofing on every little element of it. So dude, sulfur's gonna win. Sulfur's gonna win out. Sulfur's gonna win over the hearts and minds of everybody. But anyways, back to the medieval wonderland, where we are going to call it here. Thank you so very much for hanging today, everybody. I really, 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 really do appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much for the support. 15,000 people on YouTube right now. Thank you so very much for all the love and all that stuff and hanging out. Why the word N? Because it goes to the stronghold. So it's like a little like subway. I don't know. That's what their like transportation network is. So I can know which one it's going to. Anyways, Thank you so very much for being here, my friends. I really do appreciate y'all. If you have enjoyed the stream, consider subscribing, checking out the channel. We got videos coming. We got a lot more streams coming, all that cool stuff. If you just got thrown in here and maybe you're a dog watching, figure out how to like hit the TV remote and click subscribe. It'll like just do the bam. It helps me out a ton. We're so close to 1.8 million subs right now on YouTube. So we're just a few thousand away, I think.
Keep it real.
W stream.
Hey, Daniel, thank you so very much, my dude. Yeah, we are just over 1,000 subscribers away from 1.8 million. So if y'all want to do me an absolute solid and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But anyways, thank you so much for hanging. That's it for today. And with that, my friends, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye. I'll go find some raid on Twitch too. Don't worry.